So last week I made an entire video on Elon, the CEO and owner of Tesla Motors. We took a deep dive into everything he has done over the years and tried to see if we can see a pattern of bad behavior. We discussed how he disregards the needs of his employees and that he's a difficult man to work for since he expects the impossible. Now in this video I said that Tesla itself has enough controversy surrounding it for me to make an entire video on it. Well, here it is. Today we are taking a deep dive into everything Tesla, the build quality of the cars, the safety surrounding the cars, and Elon's deceptive marketing promises that just never seem to come into fruition. So I think we'll start with some of Tesla's questionable business practices and then we'll move on to the cars themselves. So 6 years ago Tesla bought SolarCity, the biggest installer of residential solar panels in the US. Now SolarCity was founded by Musk's cousins at the suggestion of Musk, and the tech mogul injected $10 million into the project himself. Now at first the company did great, it grew all the way into a $1 billion company. But in October 2015, a quarter of SolarCity's value got wiped out, meaning it lost its unicorn status. Now when a company has a unicorn status, it just basically means it's valued at over $1 billion. Now why did it lose all of this money? Well, the sudden drop in value came after Lyndon Reeves said the company would have to focus on cutting costs, as its rapid growth meant it had sunk a lot of money into infrastructure that wouldn't make it any cash in the near future. So SolarCity was in a bad place, and its owners, family of Elon Musk, needed help. And on the 21st of June 2016, Tesla made a all-stock offer to buy SolarCity. Nothing wrong with helping out family, right? Well, you see, when Tesla bought SolarCity, it took on just over $3 billion in debt too. SolarCity was $3.2 billion in debt when Tesla acquired it. This whole debacle caused a group of Tesla shareholders to file a lawsuit against Elon. The shareholders claimed that Musk knew SolarCity was going broke before the buyout, that Musk failed to properly recuse himself from the deal-making process, and that the deal was in effect a bailout of Musk's cousins. And in order to gain shareholder support for the buyout, Musk unveiled the solar roof in October 2016, which turned out to be fake. So big oof. Anyways, now a Delaware court ruled in favor of defendant Elon Musk in the shareholder lawsuit over Tesla's $2.6 billion acquisition of SolarCity, where Musk denied that he placed any pressure on the Tesla board to go through with the transaction. So he won the lawsuit at the end of the day. So make of that what you will. Anyways, Tesla was back in court with a different lawsuit in 2017. A lawsuit alleged Tesla made materially false and misleading statements regarding the preparedness to produce the Model 3. The US Department of Justice also began an investigation in 2018 into whether Tesla misled investors and misstated production figures about the Model 3. The federal agency is said to be looking into whether Musk's public claims carried any truth. You see, Tesla said that they would be building 5,000 Model 3s per week by December of 2017, before the company had even started production of the vehicle. Now the production of the Model 3 didn't hit that level of production until June of 2018. So a whole 6 months later. Why does this matter? Well, because if Tesla promises something to increase investments from investors, but the promises don't carry any weight, then, well, it's seriously unethical. And it didn't just happen with the Model 3. Let's go into all the promises Elon and Tesla has made over the years that just never came through. So let's start with the Tesla semi-truck. This thing was announced way back in 2017, and Musk said that delivery to customers should start in 2019. The truck would have had a range of 500 miles on a full load. Well, we are in 2022 and they still haven't started delivering. Then we have the Tesla Roadster, yet another car where Tesla promised the moon but never delivered. The Roadster was also announced back in 2017 and you had to pay a $5,000 reservation plus a wire transfer of $45,000 within 10 days. Now the Roadster had some bold claims, like a 0 to 60 of 1.9 seconds, a top speed of 250 miles per hour, and a range of over 600 miles. Again, the car just never came out. I mean, it was announced as the 2020 Roadster 2 years later and we know nothing more. Then we have the Cybertruck, a truck that could tow 14,000 pounds and that has a sub 3 second 0 to 60 with armored body panels and windows. Now this thing was supposed to start delivering in 2021. Again, still don't have them at this current time. All these cars Tesla announced create a huge stir, with many people pre-ordering the cars. These cars also got Tesla into the news for the groundbreaking ideas. I feel like it's just a really scaly way to market. I mean, these crazy cars would be announced and everybody would talk about Tesla. They would get money from pre-orders and investors, and then the cars just would fade into nothing. I mean, they might still happen, but who knows when with the timelines these guys are following. All I know is that this is not how you should do business. Anyways, do you think this is where his misleading words stop? No. In September 2018, the SEC charged Musk with security fraud for his false and misleading statements after tweeting that he had funding secured to take Tesla private. In April 2022, a federal judge ruled that Musk recklessly made the statements with the knowledge as to their falsity. The SEC also charged Tesla with failing to have adequate controls and procedures in place regarding Musk's tweets. Musk settled the fraud charges with the SEC, agreeing to pay a $20 million fine and stepping down as Tesla's chairman. Tesla also agreed to pay a $20 million fine and put in place additional controls to oversee Musk's communications. In other words, they have to babysit him to make sure he doesn't spread false info. It sounds like that kid on the playground whose dad always has a better thing. You know, like, my dad drives a BMW. Well, my dad has a Bentley. Well, my dad has a Ferrari. My dad has a spaceship. It's actually just sad. But I think I made my point. His word is not the most trustworthy. So I think we can move on to the cars themselves. And oh damn, there's a lot to cover here. Let's start with one of the things Tesla is most known for, Autopilot. But don't let the name fool you. In all autopilot systems on the road today, the driver should be ready to take over at the moment's notice. The basic autopilot software enables certain driving functions to be executed by the Tesla software in place of a driver, but you as the driver still need to be awake and aware of exactly what's going on the road according to Tesla's website, which means that the system is not fully autonomous. But we knew that already. There is currently no cars on the road which are fully autonomous. The issue is that people believe that this system can drive completely by itself. A 2020 study found that the drivers were more distracted when they used autopilot, and the researchers called on Tesla to make more steps to ensure drivers stay attentive. Another 2020 study identified significant inconsistencies, abnormalities, and unsafe behaviors with autopilot on 3 Tesla Model 3 cars. This year, the NHTSA did a report. The report published the initial results of a data collection. This report showed hundreds of crashes with vehicles using Level 2 driver assistance technology. Now, the two companies who showed the most crashes was Tesla and Honda. And Tesla is quite a bit ahead with 272 out of 392 crashes. Now you might think, well, it's because there's just like more Teslas with autopilot on the road. I don't think so. All the new top of the range BMWs, Mercedes, VW, all the cars, the new top of the range models all have level 2 driving assistance systems like Tesla use. Then comes the brake issues. In May 2022, the NHTSA said in a letter that they had received over 750 complaints from Tesla owners complaining that their cars running on autopilot had suddenly braked for no reason. And then there's the multiple cases where users report that the car's brakes just simply fail. Scary. Especially when you know that leaked emails revealed that starting in 2012, Tesla knowingly sold Model S cars with a design flaw in its battery that could cause fires. Lovely. I have to add, in 2014, Tesla added a titanium underbody shield to better protect the battery from road debris and reduce the risk of battery fires. But adding an underbody shield doesn't take 2 years, I'm sorry. By the way, the list goes on. There was a problem where the car suspension system breaks, sometimes causing the wheel to collapse or fall off the car. Now, rather than issuing a recall on potentially defective suspensions, Tesla had just released multiple technical service bulletins warning mechanics about the suspension issues. So, like, the wheel could still fall off, it's great. And then lastly, the one most of us are all aware of, the build quality. There are multiple videos and complaints of new Tesla owners showing how bad their cars are put together, like this case where a new Tesla Model S owner took a video where he demonstrates how the interior components like the center console, dash and headliner are flimsy, poorly installed and creak when touched. Even worse than that, the driver door trim doesn't seem to properly fit. to the door frame, and the panel gaps on the rear of the car where the tail lights meet the trunk have a panel gap so wide you can stick a whole pen into them. Just take a look. But we can forgive them for all this because at least they are saving the planet, right? Well, let's get into that. Your electric car doesn't need gas, but it still needs energy to work. Now, Tesla launched its supercharger network in 2012 with the promise that its stations would be solar powered, but as of July 2019, only a few of the superchargers were actually solar powered. I mean, they have the strong anti-internal combustion engine view, yet some supercharger stations have used diesel generators for backup power. Despite that, the production of EVs use a whole bunch of rare metals that aren't sustainable, and producing EVs also produce more emissions than producing an internal combustion engine powered car does. So at the end of the video, let me know what you think of Tesla and their cars. Are they the saviors of the world like some people like to claim, or are they just another money-hungry business trying to capitalize on global warming and people that want to lower their carbon footprint on the planet? Don't get me wrong, however, the consumers aren't the problem. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you like car content, this is the place to be. I make videos on anything cars. If it's somehow related to cars, I'll probably cover it sometime. So go through my channel, see if there's something else you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?